someone who loved you from heaven, is trying to warn you about something important. Michael says, open it now, before the message disappears forever. Don't breathe too loud right now, listen closely, because someone who once held your heart with gentle hands now watches you from heaven, and they are trying to warn you, trying to reach you before the invisible thread that connects you snaps. Michael says, child, you do not understand the weight of what is happening around you. If you turn away, if you scroll past, if you ignore this moment, the message they traveled through realms to deliver will dissolve like smoke, and once it disappears, it cannot return. Their voice is trembling with urgency, trembling with love, trembling with something that feels like divine fear, not for themselves, but for you. They are leaning into the veil, whispering your name, pleading that you open your spirit before the warning fades into silence. Do not delay, Michael commands, the sky behind him trembling with light, for the enemy who hides in shadows is counting on your confusion, your exhaustion, your pain. They are hoping you will be distracted. They are hoping your heart is too heavy to reach for help. But heaven is not blind. Something has been moving around you, and the one who loved you deeply, more deeply than you ever realized, cannot stay still in their realm while danger slithers toward your path. You need to understand this. Loved ones in heaven do not intervene unless the situation is truly shifting, truly spiritual, truly urgent. They do not cross the boundaries of the unseen except when your timeline is bending under pressure, when a decision or a moment is forming that could shape the next year of your destiny. They have been watching you cry in silence, watching you hold your breath through storms, watching you pretend you're fine while the weight on your shoulders grows heavier. They have watched you lose sleep. They have watched you talk to yourself in the dark just to feel less alone. And now, right now, they are pushing through the veil because something important, something heavy, something heaven does not want you to face blindly, is approaching your life. Open this, Michael says again, sterner this time, wings flaring like fire behind him, for time is bending in ways you do not see. A warning must be delivered before the enemy completes what they started. Child, heaven sees what you cannot. Someone near you has been speaking your name with intentions wrapped in jealousy. A presence, a shadow, a whisper, something has been draining your strength, your joy, your clarity. Someone has been taking advantage of your vulnerability. Someone has been wishing delays into your path, waiting for your spirit to break under the pressure. And the one who loved you from heaven cannot stay silent. They have been trying to reach you in dreams, trying to nudge your intuition, trying to remind you of something important. But you've been tired. You've been overwhelmed. You've been trying to survive one day at a time, forgetting that heaven is watching, protecting, guiding. So now they step forward with fire in their voice and grief in their eyes because the time for subtle hints has ended. They need you awake. They need you aware. They need you open. Michael leans close, his voice low and heavy, like thunder that hasn't yet cracked. The message they have brought is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to free you. But freedom can only come if you stay. Do not scroll. Do not run. Do not hide from what you are meant to hear. For once this message dissolves into the air, the window of spiritual intervention closes. He speaks with the authority of God, with the compassion of a guardian, with the warning of a warrior who has fought for you for years in realms you cannot see. You are not alone, he reminds you, but you have walked as if you were. Lift your head. Lift your heart. Focus now. Your loved one from heaven steps forward, and though you cannot see them with your human eyes, your spirit feels the shift. There is a warmth, a pressure, a tingling on your skin, a sensation that feels like tears forming in your soul. They are trying to speak. They are trying to get your attention. They are trying to stop something before it happens. You are loved so fiercely, so deeply, that even death could not silence their devotion to you. They whisper, "Listen to Michael, listen before the moment slips. Listen before what is coming hits you unprepared. I have seen the road ahead. I have seen the trap someone is setting. I have seen the sorrow that could follow if you are not warned." Their voice trembles because they remember your laughter, your innocence, your kindness. They remember the way you gave love without being asked. They remember how your soul glowed in ways you never noticed. They remember how you held on to them when they were on earth. And now they hold on to you from heaven. You don't deserve what someone is planning, they say softly. You don't deserve the deception. You don't deserve the betrayal. You don't deserve the spiritual attack that has been forming around you. Michael's tone sharpens like a blade cutting through fog. The forces against you fear your awakening. They fear your purpose. They fear that if you find out the truth, if you see what heaven sees, their influence will break. He lifts his sword, not of metal, but of radiant light, and points it toward the unseen presence lurking near your energy. This must end. You must be told. And the one who loved you from heaven has chosen the exact moment to break the silence, for destiny is shifting in your favor, but the enemy is trying to interfere before the breakthrough reaches you. Feel this. Feel the urgency in the air. Feel the pressure in your chest. That is spiritual confirmation, not fear, recognition. Your soul recognizes the truth before your mind understands it. You know something has been off. You know someone's energy hasn't felt right. You know you've been tired without explanation, drained without cause, distracted without reason. Heaven is revealing why. Heaven is bringing clarity. Heaven is pulling back the curtain so you can see the danger before it touches you. Your loved one speaks again, voice soft yet powerful, emotional yet controlled. There is something you are about to step into, a blessing, a breakthrough, a shift, a miracle you've been crying for. And the enemy knows it. That is why the attacks increased. That is why people acted strangely. That is why you've been facing delays and disappointments. It was not random. It was not bad luck. It was spiritual interference. Michael nods slowly, his eyes burning with determination. This is the moment the enemy hoped you would ignore, he says. Because if you ignore this message, the warning cannot reach you. And if the warning cannot reach you, the miracle they fear will not arrive in time. His wings flare again, casting light over the shadows that have been clinging to your energy. But heaven refuses to let you fall. Heaven refuses to let you be ambushed. Heaven refuses to let you be harmed. He leans closer. You were meant to see this. Your loved one steps beside him. You were meant to hear from me. Their voice breaks with emotion, love, longing, urgency. I miss you. I watch over you. I protect you. And right now, I need you to stay. I need you to listen. Something important must be revealed before the moment passes. Michael raises a hand toward you. Take a breath, he commands gently. You are safe. You are held. You are protected. But you must not leave this message unfinished. You can feel it now, the shift, the heaviness, the divine pull. Something is being prepared. Something is being warned. Something is being revealed. And the one who loved you from heaven stands on the edge of the veil because they refuse to let you walk blindly. Michael's final words for this part stretch through the air like a sacred echo. Stay. Listen. For what comes next is the truth that will protect you. Comment, my heart beats for you alone, Jesus, if he's your deepest love. Breathe slowly, child of light, don't let your hands tremble, don't let your spirit pull away, for what is coming next is the part of the message that heaven has waited for the perfect moment to reveal. Your loved one from heaven is still here, closer than the beat of your own heart, and Michael stands beside them with the authority of God burning like fire through his voice. You're not done, he says, and neither is the warning. The danger is not here to scare you, it is here to be defeated. And it can only be defeated if you stay with this message long enough for the truth to unfold. A strange stillness forms around you, the kind that only appears when heaven is speaking. Your chest feels tight, your senses heighten, your spirit becomes alert. This is what it feels like when the veil opens. This is what it feels like when heaven leans close enough for you to feel the warmth of divine breath. Your loved one's presence grows stronger, heavier, more emotional. They have waited so long for this moment, for the chance to speak to you one more time, not in a dream, not in a memory, but through a divine opening created for your protection. Please listen, they whisper, voice trembling like someone holding back tears. Something has been circling your life, something you haven't seen clearly. I have watched it, followed it, stood between you and it more times than you know. Their love pours through every syllable. You think you walk alone, but you don't. You think you've been unprotected, but you haven't. There were nights you should have broken, but you didn't. There were moments you should have fallen apart, but you survived. And the reason you survived is because heaven kept stepping in for you, again and again, even when you didn't realize it. Michael steps forward, energy shifting like a ripple through the air. The attacks were real, he says with a voice that could crumble mountains. Someone's envy reached for you. Someone's bitterness targeted you. Someone's intention grew darker with time. And heaven watched their thoughts like a hawk watches a snake. His wings unfurl, stretching wide, shimmering with light that cuts through every shadow. Make no mistake, there is a particular soul who has been watching you with eyes that pretend to care but hide something colder behind them. Your energy stirs because you already know. Deep inside, you felt it. Your intuition hasn't been wrong, it's been screaming for your attention. That strange shift in someone's tone. The sudden distance. The uneasy feeling you get around them. The way they ask questions that feel too pointed. The way their presence drains you. The way your spirit tightens around them. You tried to ignore it, tried to be kind, tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, but heaven hasn't ignored it. Your loved one hasn't ignored it. Michael hasn't ignored it. They've spoken your name, your loved one says softly but painfully. Not with love. Not with respect. Not with good wishes. They've spoken your name with the desire to slow you down, to dim you, to keep you from rising. Their energy has been interfering with your peace, your opportunities, your rest. Michael raises his hand, and suddenly the air vibrates with power. This cannot continue. You must be aware. You must be alert. You must be protected as the next season begins. His voice becomes more commanding. You have no idea how close your breakthrough is. And the enemy knows. The spiritual interference around you is not random, it is a reaction. A reaction to your rising. A reaction to your healing. A reaction to the blessings being lined up with your name written on them. A reaction to the fact that heaven has decided it is finally your time. Your loved one looks at you with profound tenderness, the kind of tenderness only someone who knew your soul on earth could carry into eternity. You have always been stronger than you believed, they whisper. But even strong hearts need protection. Even strong souls need guidance. You can feel emotion rising inside you, as if your spirit recognizes this truth before your mind processes it. Every sentence feels heavier than the last, not because it is frightening, but because it is finally explaining everything you've been sensing, everything you've been questioning, everything you've been struggling to understand. Michael continues, your exhaustion has not been physical. It has been spiritual. Your delays were not accidents. They were spiritual. Your sudden moments of sadness were not weakness. They were spiritual. Someone's energy has been pressing in on you, and heaven has been intercepting as much as possible. But now we must alert you because the next phase of your destiny requires your awareness. A blessing is coming that the enemy cannot afford for you to receive. They have tried to confuse you, isolate you, distract you, but heaven is breaking the silence today. Your loved one steps closer, their voice almost a whisper in your soul, I love you. I have never stopped loving you. I have been watching you through your storms, through your heartbreaks, through your loneliness. I have seen the nights you cried silently, believing no one could hear you. But I heard you. Heaven heard you. A pulse of emotion moves through the air, like the sound of a heartbeat made of light. There is something you must understand, they continue. I did not come to warn you because you are weak. I came because you are important. There are things you will accomplish that you do not even believe are possible for you. There are miracles with your name glowing on them, miracles that have already begun descending into your timeline. And someone who fears your rise has been spiritually interfering, even without knowing the full weight of what they're doing. Michael nods. That interference ends now. But it ends only when you receive the message fully. Do not pull away. Do not scroll. Do not hesitate. Every word being spoken to you right now is aligned with divine timing. Your heart feels heavy, but not with fear, with recognition, clarity, awakening. The spiritual fog around you begins to lift. You start to realize that the heaviness you've been feeling wasn't yours. The confusion you've been battling wasn't yours. The sadness that hit you suddenly wasn't yours. You were absorbing energy that wasn't meant for you. And heaven is finally clearing it. There is more, Michael says quietly. Something approaching your life within the next days, something you are meant to receive. But if you remain entangled with the energy of the one who envies you, you may hesitate at the exact moment you are meant to step forward. That hesitation could delay a blessing that has already been approved in heaven. Your loved one looks almost tearful. I don't want to see you struggle anymore. I don't want to see you lose sleep over people who don't love you the way you love them. I don't want you walking blind into traps set by those who pretend to care. I came here because I refuse to let you walk into darkness without a warning. Their voice deepens, emotional and raw. You deserve protection. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. And I have traveled through realms to make sure you receive it. Michael places a hand on their shoulder, a gesture of support that radiates divine strength. They are speaking truth, he says. And I am here to enforce it. What you are hearing is not imagination. It is not fear. It is revelation. Your loved one continues, voice softer now. There is someone around you who has not celebrated your happiness. They have not wished you well. They have not prayed for your progress. Instead, they have silently wished to see you fail. They hide it behind smiles. They hide it behind small talk. But their heart is not pure toward you. And heaven has been watching. Michael steps in, we will reveal who it is. But not yet. Your heart must be prepared first. You must understand the weight of what we are about to unfold. A deep stillness fills the spiritual space. A silence that feels sacred, the kind that comes before truth unfolds. Your loved one whispers one final sentence as this part closes, stay with the message, the next part contains the revelation. Do not blink now, do not shift your attention, because what comes next is the part heaven has been building toward since the moment your loved one stepped forward through the veil. The air around you thickens again, warm and electric, as if every angel in the vicinity has gathered closer to witness what is being revealed to you. Michael's wings glow brighter, casting a gold-white fire into the unseen space. Your loved one's presence deepens, familiar, emotional, protective, as though they are reaching across eternity just to make sure you don't miss a single word. Stay, Michael says firmly, because what you are about to hear carries the weight of your next victory. Your breath catches because you feel it, the shift, the gravity, the divine seriousness. Heaven is not exaggerating. Heaven does not speak without purpose. Heaven does not send warnings without reason. Something important, something deeply tied to your destiny, is unfolding. And your loved one from heaven, the one you once hugged, laughed with, cried for, prayed for, remembered on lonely nights, they are standing beside you spiritually because they refuse to let you walk blindly into anything that could harm you. Child, Michael begins, voice like rolling thunder muffled by clouds, you have been walking through a storm that was not yours. You have been carrying a burden that does not belong to you. You have been feeling heaviness that heaven did not assign to your spirit. You have been intercepting attacks that were meant to stop the blessing God is preparing to release into your life. Your loved one's voice trembles again, I saw it forming. I saw what someone planned in their heart. I saw the words they spoke behind your back. I saw the intentions they hid behind politeness. And I could not stay silent. You feel your heart clench, not in fear but in recognition. A part of you already knows exactly what they mean. Because deep inside, you have been sensing something, a person whose presence drains you, a situation that never felt right, a tension that never made sense. Heaven is not telling you anything new, heaven is confirming what your spirit has been whispering to you for months. Michael steps closer, his gaze burning through the unseen. Hear this clearly, the danger was never physical. The danger was energetic, emotional, spiritual. Someone's envy has been pressing against your blessings like a shadow trying to block the sun. They have been hoping that you remain confused, insecure, or distracted long enough that you miss the moment heaven opens a door for you. Your loved one whispers, voice breaking, "I will not let them steal your moment." The words land heavy inside you, rich with love and sorrow and protection all at once. You feel their devotion, their concern, their emotional urgency. They saw something that frightened them enough to break through the barrier between heaven and earth. Someone around you has not been happy for you. Someone has not wanted to see you rise. Someone pretended to care but secretly feared your growth. Michael continues, voice sharpened with divine truth. They have watched your blessings forming from a distance. They felt your energy rising. They noticed your glow returning. They saw the shift in your spirit before you did. And instead of celebrating, their heart twisted with envy. You can almost feel the shadow being described. That subtle tension. That strange heaviness when they enter the room. That intuition that has been tapping your shoulder. That moment you tried to ignore, thinking you were overthinking. You weren't. You were spiritually discerning. Type, Lord, break every chain in me, if you're ready for His freedom. Your loved one steps forward, and you feel warmth, like a hand on your shoulder. I know this hurts. I know you didn't want to believe anyone close to you could feel this way. I know you tried to see the best in them. But heaven does not lie. And I love you too much to let you walk blind. Their voice softens with grief and love intertwined. You deserve to be surrounded by people who celebrate your blessings, not people who resent them. Michael lifts his sword of light, its blade humming with divine power. This blessing is coming whether they like it or not, he declares. But you must be spiritually aware so their energy does not influence your choices. Your heart tightens again. You feel something deep within you rising, clarity, awakening, a sense of truth that feels both painful and freeing. Michael continues, your spirit has been tired not because you are weak, but because you have been absorbing someone's hidden emotions. You have been carrying the weight of someone's silent jealousy. You have been battling confusion that came from someone else's insecurity. You have been walking through storms created by their own envy. Your loved one whispers, I watched them. I heard their thoughts. I saw their intentions. I stood between you and the harm they wished, even if they didn't say it aloud. Their voice cracks. I protected you. But now you must know. You feel goosebumps rise across your arms, because this revelation is not meant to scare you, it is meant to free you. Heaven wants you aware. Heaven wants you alert. Heaven wants you prepared. Heaven wants you protected. Michael speaks again, calm but filled with authority. There is someone who smiles in your face but cries when you succeed. Someone who listens to your dreams but hopes they never come true. Someone who pretends to support you but privately fears your strength. Your loved one adds softly, you opened your heart to them. You trusted them. You believed they were for you. But their spirit shifted the moment they sensed heaven lifting you higher. You can feel your spirit nodding silently inside. Heaven is showing you something you've ignored for too long. Michael's tone deepens. Do not hate them. Do not fear them. Do not blame yourself. But be aware. Their energy is not aligned with your growth. If you keep them too close as your blessing arrives, their influence may cause you to doubt the very opportunity heaven is sending. Your loved one leans closer, almost whispering into your soul, I am not revealing this to hurt you. I am revealing this because your future is too important to risk. Michael's wings flicker with light, like flames bending in the wind. The blessing coming your way is bigger than anything you've experienced. It is a shift in your destiny. A turning point. A divine elevation. And the enemy does not want you to rise into it. That, your loved one says, is why heaven intervened. That is why I came. That is why Michael stands here. You are on the verge of something extraordinary, and heaven refuses to let anyone's envy block it. You feel a tightening in your throat, a sting behind your eyes, because something about this moment feels sacred, intimate, almost overwhelming. You can sense the love pouring from your loved one. You can sense the protective power radiating from Michael. You can sense the truth settling into your spirit like a puzzle piece snapping into place. Michael lifts his hand. What you are about to step into requires spiritual clarity. And that clarity begins with recognizing who is aligned with your destiny and who is not. Your loved one continues, there is more I have to tell you, but I must reveal it slowly. Your heart needs time to absorb each truth. Michael nods. The next part contains the identification, the sign that will show you exactly who this person is. Your loved one ends this part with a trembling whisper, filled with overwhelming love, please, don't stop reading. The truth is about to unfold. And I need you to hear all of it. Don't move. Don't blink. Don't let your mind wander, because the moment we are entering now is the one heaven has been guiding you toward since you began reading. The air around you shifts again, thicker, denser, almost vibrating with an unseen presence. The veil between worlds feels paper-thin. Your loved one stands closer than ever, their energy warm and trembling, as though they are afraid the message will slip from your hands before the truth reaches you. Michael's wings are drawn wide around this moment, forming a shield of divine light so nothing interferes with what is being revealed to you now. Stay focused, he commands, voice low but sharp, because what you are about to hear is not only a warning, it is identification. It is revelation. It is clarity. Your heart beats differently now, not in fear, but in recognition. Deep inside, your spirit knows this is the moment. The moment heaven exposes what has been hidden, the moment your path becomes clear, the moment the shadow around you finally takes shape. Your loved one breathes out, and it feels like wind brushing against your soul. I will show you the truth gently, they whisper. Because I know your heart, I know your loyalty, I know your pain. You have loved people deeply. You have forgiven people easily. You have trusted people longer than they deserved. And heaven has watched you be wounded by the very ones you tried to protect. Michael steps forward. This is why we must speak slowly. Your heart is soft, pure. And pure hearts often struggle to accept the truth about people they care for. But what I'm going to reveal is necessary for your destiny. His sword glows with a white fire that pulses in rhythm with your heartbeat. We are not exposing this person to destroy them. We are exposing them to free you. You feel the weight of his words sink into your chest. You feel the emotion building in your throat. Because deep inside, you already know heaven is right. You've been feeling something off. You've been carrying the heaviness of someone else's emotions. Their envy. Their bitterness. Their silent hopes that you stumble. You sensed it but pushed it away out of love, out of loyalty, out of innocence. You didn't want to believe anyone could be against you. But heaven saw what you didn't. Heaven heard what you couldn't. Heaven watched what you overlooked. Your loved one speaks again, voice breaking like someone trying not to cry. I saw them watching you. I saw their face twist when you received good news. I saw their energy darken when you laughed. I saw their heart close when you dreamed aloud. I saw it all, and it broke me. Because you deserved someone who would cheer for you, and instead you received someone who competed with you silently. Michael nods. They smiled at you. But the smile did not reach their spirit. They pretended to support you. But their prayers were hollow. They acted like they were on your side. But their hearts shook with fear at the thought of you rising. Your breath catches again. Every word feels true. Every sentence hits a part of your memory, a look someone gave you, a moment someone suddenly distanced themselves, a conversation where their response felt off. Your spirit is piecing it together faster than your mind can keep up. Michael continues, stepping even closer so you feel the vibration of his voice inside your soul. You must understand the truth. The person who has been silently envying you is not a stranger. It is someone who knows your softness. Someone who knows your struggles. Someone who knows your insecurities. Someone who has seen your vulnerable moments, and instead of protecting you, they use that knowledge to measure themselves against you. Your loved one's voice softens painfully. You opened your heart to them. You trusted them with pieces of your soul. You believed they cared. But their spirit could not accept your blessings. Every time heaven lifted you, their own wounds intensified. Instead of healing, they compared. Instead of celebrating you, they shrank. Instead of loving you, they competed. Michael raises his hand, and the air glows with a bright, steady light. This is the sign, he says. This is how you will know exactly who it is. His voice becomes slow, deliberate, echoing with divine certainty. They are the one who becomes distant when you succeed and suddenly interested when you suffer. They are the one who asks about your plans but never shares theirs. They are the one whose compliments feel empty, whose tone changes when you speak about your dreams. They are the one who watches your life more closely than they watch their own. Your loved one whispers, you have felt their shift. You have seen their eyes dim when you shine. Your energy has tightened around them for months. Your intuition has been whispering their name. You just didn't want to believe it. Your chest tightens because you know this is true. You can think of someone instantly, someone whose presence has felt wrong recently, someone whose words don't match their energy, someone who leaves you feeling drained, someone who reacts strangely to your happiness. Michael leans closer. Do not confront them. Do not accuse them. Do not declare anything. Simply create space. Protect your energy. Pull back the access they once had. Their influence must be limited as your blessing approaches. Your loved one adds, voice gentle but firm, they cannot come with you into the next season. Heaven has closed that chapter. God is elevating you, and the higher you go, the more dangerous it becomes to carry people who are not aligned with your destiny. The air cracks softly with light, not threatening, but cleansing. Something is lifting off your shoulders as the truth settles. Heaven is not revealing this to isolate you, heaven is revealing this to free you. To protect you. To make sure nothing blocks what's coming. Michael speaks with divine authority. Your blessing is scheduled. It has already been approved. It has already begun forming. Within the next weeks, a shift will occur, an opening, an opportunity, a breakthrough that feels sudden but has been in preparation for months. His wings flare behind him. And this person's energy would dim your confidence at the exact moment you need to rise. Your loved one's voice cracks with emotion. You deserve to rise without carrying the weight of their envy. You deserve joy without the fear of their judgment. You deserve blessings without the shadow of their insecurity. You close your eyes, feeling the truth settle deep into your spirit. You feel the release. You feel the clarity. You feel the divine protection unfolding around you like a cloak. Michael's voice becomes soft, but powerful in a different way now. There is something else you must know. His tone shifts. The energy thickens again. Your loved one did not only come to warn you about the danger. They came to tell you something about your future. Your loved one steps closer, presence blooming like warmth in your chest. I didn't just come because someone envies you. I came because something beautiful is approaching your life, something life-changing. Something heaven has kept hidden until you were ready. You feel your breath stop for a moment. Michael adds, this blessing will change your path. This blessing will break generational patterns. This blessing will open doors you thought were permanently closed. His eyes blaze with divine certainty. And that is why the enemy activated envy around you, to distract you before the breakthrough arrives. Your loved one whispers softly, as though touching your heart one last time before revealing more, in the next message. I will tell you what is coming. Stay exactly where you are, don't shift your attention, don't let your eyes wander. Don't allow anything in your environment to interrupt what heaven is placing before you right now. The air around you is heavy again, not with fear, but with destiny. Something sacred is forming in the unseen, something your soul has waited for longer than you realize. Michael steps forward, wings curving around this moment like a divine curtain closing off every distraction, every interference, every shadow that tried to influence you. Your loved one stands beside him, trembling slightly, not from fear, but from the intensity of the truth they are about to reveal. This is the part you must not skip, Michael says, his voice deeper than thunder, quieter than breath. Because the blessing heaven is sending into your life is not small. It is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is monumental. Your chest tightens, your spirit leans forward, because you feel the weight of those words. You feel the shift in your timeline, the quiet rearranging of things around you, the subtle way heaven has been preparing you for something bigger than the storms you've survived. And your loved one looks at you with eyes filled with love, longing, and pride. I saw it, they whisper, voice shaking from emotion. I saw what God is planning for you. And it is more beautiful than anything you've ever touched, anything you've ever imagined, anything you've ever dared to believe was possible for you. Michael raises a hand, and light drips from his fingers like liquid fire. Listen carefully, he commands, because what I am about to reveal is the reason the attacks increased, the envy intensified, the delays appeared, the loneliness deepened. The enemy sensed what was coming before you did. They saw the shift in the spiritual realm. They felt the vibration of your elevation. They saw heaven preparing a blessing so radiant that it threatened everything they've tried to place in your path. Your loved one steps closer, you feel them like warmth hugging your spirit. The reason I came, they say softly, was not only because someone envied you. I came because the blessing God is about to place in your hands will change the trajectory of your life. This blessing will restore everything you lost. This blessing will elevate you above every storm that tried to destroy you. This blessing will break chains that have followed your family for generations. Michael nods. It is not just a gift. It is a divine reversal. You feel your heartbeat shift rhythm, almost syncing with the message as if your soul recognizes its own prophecy being read aloud. Michael continues, there has been a battle over your destiny. Not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. There has been a spiritual fight around your life, not because you are vulnerable, but because you carry something powerful. And heaven has reached a decision, the blessing that was delayed, the blessing you cried for, the blessing you believed you lost, is returning. Your loved one whispers, voice tender, emotional, I saw the moment it was approved in heaven. I saw the angels move. I saw the timeline shift. I saw your name written in light. This blessing is for you, no one else. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be intercepted. It cannot be redirected. Say, Jesus, I cling to you, if He's the anchor of your soul.